Welcome to Gentle Yoga. I'm so glad that you're here with me. I'm April Klimkevich with Bliss Evolution, and today is a gentle yoga class, so I ask you to be kind to yourself, listen to your body, notice if anything is feeling a little bit too, like you're straining too hard or you're pushing too hard, then just back out a little bit. It's all about relaxing and getting in touch with ourselves, and hopefully it will continue to be relaxing. They're doing some lawn work back here, so fingers crossed that it won't bother us too much. And I think that is the most important thing. Thank you so much for everybody who's joining me. If you have the ability to offer a payment for this class, then you can find me at paypal.me/blissevolution or cash.app/blissevolution. So thank you so much. Let's get started. So go ahead and lie down on your mats, on your backs, facing the sky or the ceiling. Palms are facing up, arms are at a 45-degree angle from the body. Legs are stretched out before you. There's about 1.5 to 2 feet between your heels. And feet are falling out to either side. And notice your body just begin to relax in this position. This is our relaxation position. It's called Savasana, or corpse pose, with the idea that after yoga we get to have a new rebirth into the day. So relaxing here in this pose, we'll start to notice the breath, the inhales and the exhales, coming in through the nostrils and out through the nostrils. Notice the gentle rise and fall of the chest. Notice any sounds around you, like that bird chirping in the background. Maybe there are other sounds where you are. And as you notice any changes, sounds, or anything happen, just acknowledge those things. Notice that they're there. And then bring your focus and attention back to your breath and back to your body. We'll slowly begin to deepen the breath, inhaling, filling up the lungs from the bottom to the middle, all the way to the top, taking a nice deep breath, and then exhaling from the top of the lungs to the middle, all the way to the bottom of the lungs, expelling all the air from the lungs, and then inhale, fill the lungs all the way up. And exhale, release all the air from the lungs. Inhale, fill up the lungs from the bottom to the middle to the top. And exhale, release all the air from the top of the lungs to the middle of the lungs, all the way down to the bottom of the lungs. Take a few more deep breaths like this on your own, just settling into this space, creating the mental and emotional energy that you need for our practice today. as you breathe, notice the muscles relaxing, notice the body relaxing. If you notice any tension in your body, inhale and send the breath to those tense areas. And as you exhale, exhale that tension completely away. Inhale, send the breath to tense muscles, maybe an overthinking brain, a fast beating heart, or a churning stomach. And exhale, send the tension completely away. Watch it float out the window and up into the sky. If you'd like to make an intention for our yoga practice today, scan your body, scan your mind. Maybe this is an intention for you, for making some time for yourself to be here. Or if you're feeling okay, maybe this is an intention for a loved one, for a friend, a family member, a parent or grandparent, a child. Or maybe you'd like to make a larger intention for your community, for our earth, or our universe. So take a few moments, decide what you'd like to create as an intention, and hold that intention in your heart. On your next inhale, raise your arms up to the sky, up to the ceiling, wiggle the fingers. As you exhale, drop the fingers back towards the face. You can open your eyes if you haven't by now. Inhale, roll the fingers up. Exhale, roll the fingers down towards the torso. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, roll the fingers back towards the face. And inhale, roll up. Exhale, roll the fingers down towards the torso. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, roll the pinkies to the outside. Inhale, roll up, and exhale, thumbs to center. Inhale, up. Exhale, pinkies to the outside. We're stretching the wrists. Inhale up and exhale, thumbs to center. Make big circles with the hands going in one direction. We've probably all been spending a lot of time typing, and so this will help reverse those effects. We'll rotate the wrists in the opposite direction. Nice. Interlace the fingertips, turn the palms out and up towards the sky. Stretch the palms of the hands up, stretching through the fingers. If this feels good, you can hold it here. If you want a little bit more, you can bend one elbow, stretching the palm of the hand just a little bit more. And then straightening that elbow, bending the other elbow. This is just optional. And then straightening both elbows, let's release the hands. Stretch the fingers up, wiggle them around. Make fists with the hands, push them up. Release the fingers, exhale. The fingers overhead, stretching the arms up, slide the feet together. Flex the right foot, stretch the right hand up. Get a nice big stretch to the right side of the body as we're stretching the right side. If you'd like more of a stretch, clasp the wrist of the right hand with the left hand and gently give a tug upward. We're feeling that stretch through the armpit, the rib cage, and the waist. And releasing that stretch. We'll stretch the left side of the body. Flex the left heel, stretch the left hand up. You can leave this stretch right here. If you want a little bit more, clasp the wrist with the right hand and give a gentle tug upward. Feel that stretch all the way through the left side of the body. Inhaling and exhaling here. Nice. Release the stretch. Snow angel the hands down to the hips. Bend the knees and pull them into the body. Clasp opposite elbows. Bring the forehead and tuck it up into the knees. Send love all over the body. Send love, send love. Thanking the body for being here, for all of the movement that we're able to do today and each day. Release the head down to the mat. Gently rock the knees from side to side. And bring the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling. We're going to grab the feet from the instep. So holding from the instep of each foot. We're going to pull with the hands as we kick with the feet. We're creating a lot of tension in the body. Pushing with the legs, pulling with the arms, keeping that abdomen tight, and then releasing that stretch. We're going to grab the feet from the outside and gently rock from side to side. And coming back to center, we'll once again grab the feet from the instep. We're pulling with the hands, we're kicking with the feet. We're aiming the soles of the feet straight up if we can. Inhaling and exhaling as we pull the belly button up and in, activating the abdomen. To most people, we're going to look like we're just rolling around on the floor, but we know that we are using every muscle in our body right now. And release, grab the feet from the outside and gently rock from side to side. And come back to center. It's kind of fun to roll around on the ground, isn't it? So we're going to bring the soles of the feet to the mat, lifting the left leg. We're going to cross the knee over the right knee. And if you have hip issues and you want to be very careful, you can just leave the body right here. Or you can bend both knees if you're feeling good and pull both knees into the body. Inhale and exhale here. And this is going to look different for everybody. For some people, it's going to look like this. And for some people, they're just going to leave their feet on the floor, or they may be able to tilt in just a little bit. So do what feels good for you. And from here, we're going to rotate the ankles in one direction. And then reverse. Nice. Drop the right foot down, drop the left foot down, and we're going to cross the left knee over the right knee. You can leave the feet right here if you have problems with the hips. If you don't, you can bend the knees and pull them into the chest. This is really good for the lower back. And we'll go ahead and rotate the ankles in one direction. And then reverse. And then leave those ankles. Just inhale and exhale. Bring the left foot to the mat. And the right foot to the mat. Nice. We're going to bend both knees into the chest with one hand on each knee. Make big circles with the knees going in one direction.
And reverse, big circles with the knees going in the other direction. Come back to center. We're going to slide the hands underneath the knees, and either, if it feels best for you, to roll over to one side and push yourself up into a seated position, you can do that. Or if it feels okay to rock, you can rock back and forth along the spine, massaging the muscles along the spine, and then rock up into a seated position. So from here, and I'll stay to the side so that you can see what the body should look like. So we want to sit on the sits bones. So that means we're sitting up straight and tall with a straight back versus rolling back onto the tailbone. So we want to be sure that we're on the sits bones rather than the tailbone. Holding just beneath the knees, we're going to step to the toes and walk the knees in. Now, this might be difficult for some people, so you can squeeze the knees together here, keeping the toes on the mat, activating the abdomen, working towards lifting the feet. Or if it feels good for you and you notice your feet sort of float up, you can flex the feet, pull the belly button up and in, squeeze the knees together, sit tall with that straight back. Now, other folks who I know are watching who are a bit more advanced, feel free. You know what to do. You can bring the legs parallel, you can hold on, you can let go, you can straighten the legs, reach beyond the legs or towards the toes. So do what feels good for your personal practice, and if you need to keep your feet on the ground, that's okay. Just activate that abdomen, try to point those toes and come to those toes as you can to create a little bit of balance as you're keeping that straight back. We'll come down. I know I kept you there for a long time, I'm sorry. Walk the feet in, clasp opposite elbows, drop the forehead down to the knees, take a few deep breaths. Lifting the head, we're gonna do the same thing. So walking the feet out first, keeping those knees bent. We're gonna make sure we're up on our sits bones, sitting up straight and tall, and using all of those core muscles from the back along the spine, the obliques, and the front. We're using all of those core muscles to hold our body upright in this position. Point the toes, walk them in, squeeze the knees together. If you stop here, that's totally fine. If you need to drop your heels, totally fine. But if it feels good for you, you're activating your abdomen, the feet float up, you can flex the feet, squeeze the knees together, inhale and exhale. And again, if you want a little bit more, you can change the position of those legs. Remember to breathe, don't hold the breath here. Drop the feet down, walk them in. Clasp opposite elbows and drop the forehead to the knees. Lift the head, come to a comfortable cross-leg position. Sitting with the knees bent and sitting up straight and tall. From here, we're gonna inhale, stretch the arms up, and exhale, stretch the arms down. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, down. And inhale, up. As we exhale down, we're gonna bring the hands behind the back. Clasp hands behind the back, and you can either leave the palms separated from each other or bring the palms together. Try to straighten the elbows, bringing the shoulder blades closer together. You'll see the chest is pushed forward, and if you want to gently look forward and up, Take a few deep breaths here. Try to keep those shoulder blades back and down the spine. Try not to raise the shoulders. Press them down. And maybe if you can, try to lift the arms just a little bit behind you. Nice. Release. And as we inhale, we're going to turn the head to one side. Big deep breath in. As we exhale, we'll drop the chin to the shoulder. Rotate the chin across the chest. Inhale, look out to the left side. Exhale, chin to shoulder, rotate all the way across the chest. Inhale, look out to the right. Exhale, chin to shoulder, rotate the chin across the chest. Inhale, left. Line up the chin with the shoulder. Exhale, drop the chin to the shoulder, rotate the chin all the way across the chest. One more time each side. Inhale. Exhale, chin to shoulder, rotate all the way across the chest, and inhale, looking left. Exhale, chin to shoulder, drop the chin all the way down the midline of the body. Rock the head from side to side, stretching out the neck. Bring the hands to the neck and just give yourself a gentle massage along the spine. So not touching the spine, touching the sides of the spine. Just press along the neck and down to the shoulders. Then release that massage. Bring the arms parallel to the ground, stretching out in front of you. Interlace the fingertips. Stretch the palms away from you as you drop the forehead down. And we're feeling that nice big stretch across the shoulder blades. We stretched the shoulder blades together. Now we're separating them. And we're inhaling and exhaling. And release the head up, release the arms down. Inhale, we're going to sweep both arms up, and as we exhale, we're going to lean to one side. You can drop one hand to the mat or the floor here. We're going for a nice stretch through the left side of the body. And I see my sister's cat is just under the table where the computer is, so maybe she'll come a little closer and you guys can see her. Missy. We'll see. Inhale, stretch up, and exhale, stretch to the other side. We're inhaling and exhaling. We're not letting that arm come forward. We're keeping it next to the ear. We're dropping the other shoulder down and away if we have that arm on the ground. If not, we've got both arms stretching up. We feel that nice stretch through the opposite side of the body, inhaling and exhaling here. We lengthen as we inhale. As we exhale, we fall just a little bit deeper into the stretch. And then inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, we're going to hold it here. Inhale, stretch up and hold it here. Exhale, hold it. One more inhale, stretching up. We're going to hold it. Exhale, sweep the arms down to the sides. Nice. We're going to come to a hand and knee posture. So a nice tabletop posture where our hands are underneath our shoulders, our knees are underneath our hips. Fingertips can be spread wide. We're going to inhale, drop the belly down, look up. This is cow position. Exhale, cat position, arch through the spine. Draw the belly button up and in. Bring the shoulders and the hips closer together. Inhale. Drop the belly down. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Look up. Exhale. Cat position. Bring the middle of the belly up. Inhale. Cow position.
And exhale, cat position. Coming back to center, we're going to walk the hands in closer to the body and tuck the toes. Sit back on the feet. And we're just stretching out our feet. We walk all day on our feet and very rarely give them any love. And then we'll walk back forward, bring the tops of the feet to the mat. Inhale, stretch the right leg back. And you can just work with the legs here, or if it feels good for you, you can stretch the opposite arm, the left arm forward. And exhale down. Inhale, stretch the left leg back. And you can just do legs, or if you're also doing arms, stretch the right arm forward, opposite arm. Exhale down. Inhale, right leg, maybe left arm too. Oops. Maybe you'll fall over like I do. Exhale down. Inhale, left leg, maybe right arm too. Exhale down. Inhale, right leg, left arm. Exhale down. Inhale, left leg, right arm, stretch the fingers forward and the toes back. And exhale down. Nice job. We're going to sit back on the feet. Reach the arms forward and bring the forehead in between the arms onto the mat. Here in child's pose, take a few deep breaths. And then we're going to stretch forward, coming back to that hand and knee posture. Now we're going to do a type of plank today that's really low to the ground. It's a Dolphin Plank, where we're using our upper arms for the balancing and our lower arms are on the mat. So we're going to drop our elbows to the mat. The elbows are directly under the shoulders, so we're stacking the shoulders directly over the elbows. Hands, fingertips are spread wide, hands are down on the floor. So if our elbows are under our shoulders, our elbows are shoulder width apart. We're going to step back with one foot. So we're going to start with half plank. So we're stepping back with one foot. Inhale and exhale here. Give it a try. See how it feels for the body. And then drop that knee down. We're going to step back with the opposite foot. Bring those toes to the ground. Stretch the heel away from you. So this is a half Dolphin Plank. We're going to bring those knees to the ground. And now we're going to try it with both feet if it feels good for you. If not, you can just keep doing back and forth, one and one, keeping one knee on the ground. If you want to give it a try, step back with one foot, push that heel away from you, and then step back with the other foot, push that heel away from you. Keep that belly button pulled up and in. Don't let the belly drop down or sag. Keep the muscles engaged, and then drop the knees. Walk the knees in and bring the hands down next to the feet and forehead to the mat, coming into child's pose. So sometimes we stretch the shoulders forward in child's pose, and sometimes we let the shoulders relax in child's pose. So we're going to come back to that hand and knee posture. And since I love dolphins, they're one of my favorite animals, we're going to try our hand at Dolphin Downward Dog today. So it's going to be the same arm position that we were in, but instead of a plank, we're going to be in an upside down V shape. So we're going to drop the elbows down,
below the shoulders, so elbows are stacked underneath the shoulders, hands are spread wide and flat on the ground facing forward. We're going to tuck the toes, and then we're going to unfold the knees, pushing the hips up to the sky. Push with the elbows, push with the hands, push the floor away from you. If it feels good to look up at the belly button, you can. And then we're going to rotate the weight forward as we drop both knees down. Sit back on the feet, stretch the arms forward. Coming into child's pose, take a few deep breaths. And then stretch the arms back, palms facing up, remaining in child's pose. Then stretching the arms forward in child's pose once again. We're going to walk the hands to one side. Drop the hips to the opposite side. Drop the hips as you walk the hands. Feel that nice big stretch. And then walk the hands in. Come back to center. Walk the hands out. Walk them to the other side. And drop the hips to the other side. Walk the hands to center. We're going to walk the hands into the body, and we're going to make our way to a standing position. So we'll find our way to standing. We'll inhale, roll the shoulders forward and up to the ears. Exhale, roll the shoulders back and down. Inhale, roll the shoulders forward and up. Exhale, roll back and down. And one more inhale, roll the shoulders forward and up. And exhale, roll back and down. Nice. Inhale, we'll sweep both arms up. Stretch all the way up. Exhale, stretch down. Inhale, stretch up. And exhale, down. One more inhale, stretch all the way up. And exhale, stretch down. Good. With the arms out to either side like a T, we're going to twist. Let's keep the hips squared forward. We're going to twist from the waist upward. And if you'd like to drop one hand to the opposite hip and the other hand behind the back for this twist, you can. Turn all the way and look as far as you can behind you. Optionally, you can leave the arms out to the side and look directly out to the side. Or if you bring one hip to the opposite, one hand to the opposite hip and the other hand behind the back, you can look behind you. Throughout the upper body, you can just look out to the side, or you can bring one hand to the opposite hip, the other hand behind the back, and look behind you. Stretch one arm forward, one arm back, come back to center. Big inhale, both arms come up. And exhale, arms out to the sides and down. With the hands on the hips, we're going to take a big inhale here. As we exhale, we're going to fold halfway down, reaching the crown of the head forward. Bring the hands to just above the knees. Curve through the spine. Walk the hands down towards the feet. Let the crown of the head hang down. And let the arms hang forward, just swing them side to side. And then gently rock the body from side to side. Clasping opposite elbows, turn the body first to one side. And then back to center. And then to the opposite side. And then back to center, drop the hands and bend the knees. Slowly and gently roll up. Roll the shoulders back and down the spine and come to standing. We're going to come to a wide stance here for a runner's lunge. So external rotation on the toes. Toes are pointing out to either side. Just slightly away. Heels are slightly inward. We're going to bend the knees. Straighten one leg and lift the toes as we lean in one direction. And then coming back to center, straighten the other leg and lift those toes. Come back to center, straighten the first leg and lift those toes. Back to center, bend both knees and then straighten the other leg and lift those toes. Nice. We'll come back to center one more time on each side. If it feels good to bend a little bit closer to the ground, you can. So do what feels good for your body. We're going to take a few deep breaths here. If you're just standing, holding just above the knees, that's totally fine. Just take a few deep breaths. And then we're switching to the opposite side. Inhaling and exhaling. And then we're coming back to center. Nice. We're going to toe heel the feet in. And I think we'll do a couple of standing poses and balancing poses. And since there are these beautiful trees behind me, why don't we start with tree? So I like to start on the left for some reason. I think because generally when I mirror the class, I tell them to start on the right. So I'm so used to balancing on my left. So let's do that. We'll start on our left, lifting our toes, spreading them out, dropping them down one by one, lifting the heel, pressing it down into the mat or onto the floor. And sometimes it's a little bit easier to balance off the mat when you're doing standing balancing poses on one leg. So if you have a harder floor surface, it might be easier to do that. If you'd like to hold on to the wall with one hand, that's fine too. Put the wall on the side of the leg that's going to be lifted, and then turn around and switch and do the opposite side. So pressing into all four corners of that left foot, the big toe, the little toe, the inside of the heel, and the outside of the heel, as if your body is made of liquid and you're pouring all of the liquid into the left leg. The right leg feels empty and begins to float up. The knee begins to bend. And we can turn the foot out to the right-hand side. We can leave the toes on the ground for a little bit of extra balance. You could be holding onto the wall here if you'd like. Or if you're feeling good with your balance today, you can bring the foot to the calf, or the foot up high on the thigh, or in half lotus position right at the crease of where the body meets the leg. So choose the place that feels good for you for today. I'm going to keep my toes on the ground and my heel on my ankle. And once you've got your balance, focus your mind on something that's not moving, something across on the opposite wall from you or something on the floor in front of you. Choose something that's not moving
and create a nice soft focus with that object. Bring the hands to heart center, bring the shoulders back, press the palms together, create a little tension that'll help you stand. Press the foot into the leg, that'll create a little tension as well. And when you're ready, inhale, stretch the arms up, release the hands. Inhale and exhale here, stretching up. If you're losing your balance, you can stretch the arms out to either side. So do what feels good for you. We're here in tree position, stretching up or out to the side, taking deep breaths in and out, holding a nice steady gaze. We'll inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to let our branches and our leaves float down to the ground. Come back to prayer position. Release. Release the right foot. We're going to lift up the toes of the right foot. Spread them out. Place them down on the mat. Lift up the heel and drop the heel down. We're going to focus on all four corners of that right foot, grounding them into the ground. We're noticing the weight shift towards the right. We're pressing into the entire foot as the left foot turns out to the side. We can leave the toes on the ground, the heel on the ankle. We can bring the foot to the calf, the foot up high on the thigh, or in half lotus position on up high on the thigh where the body meets the leg. So choose the place that works for you. Keep a little bend in that standing leg. Don't hyperextend that leg. Choose a point of focus somewhere, either across from you or on the ground. Keep a nice soft focus with that object. Bring the hands to heart center. Press the palms together. Press the foot into the leg. Bring those shoulders back, chest forward, stand up straight and tall. And if you fall over like I do, that's okay. You can just find your way back to balancing. When you're ready, inhale, stretch up. Stretch the palms away from each other, but continue stretching up. And if you need a little bit of more help balancing, hold on to that wall or stretch the arms out to a T. Inhale and exhale here. Take a few deep breaths. Have that bit of bend in the standing leg. Gently try to point the tailbone down. And then we're going to allow our leaves and our branches to float down to the ground as we grow. Bring the hands back to heart center. And release the foot. Release the hands. Nice. Let's create a space of about 3 to 4 feet between the feet. We're going to turn the toes of the right foot forward. The toes of the left foot are perpendicular. Shoulders and hips are not changing direction. They're going to stay pointed forward. Inhale the arms out to either side. Bend that front knee. You want the knee to be directly over the ankle. And gaze out over the right fingertips. This is warrior 2 position. And if you want to come a little bit deeper into the stretch, just walk that right foot forward and bend the knee a little bit deeper. Make sure the knee is directly over the ankle. That protects from injury. You don't want your knee forward from the ankle. Gaze out over the right fingertips. Inhale and exhale here. Try to keep the shoulders relaxed and down, but the arms lifted. And then as if somebody's pulling your hand and pulling you forward, we're going to stretch forward, bend the elbow, place the forearm just above the knee. Inhale, the left hand up. Gaze up past that thumb if it feels good to
line, but that's just what we're kind of trying to go for. And then raise the hand up as if you're holding onto a rope hanging from the sky or the ceiling. Pull yourself back up to Warrior Two and release that stretch. And we'll switch feet. So our right foot is now pointing forward. Our left foot is pointing to the side. Shoulders and hips are squared forward. We're going to bend that right knee. Bring it directly over the ankle. If we need a little bit more space between our legs, we're going to walk those toes forward and then bend the knee, bringing the knee directly over the ankle. Push into the instep of the right foot, the instep of the back foot. So we don't want to roll the ankle outward. We want to protect that ankle, pushing into that instep. Shoulders and hips are squared forward. Inhale the arms out to either side. Weight is directly between the legs. We're not leaning forward or backward right now. We're right, bolt upright in the middle, and gaze out over those front fingers. Keep that chest lifted, chin lifted. And as if somebody's pulling the hand and pulling us forward, we're going to lean forward, bend the elbow, place it, the forearm above the knee, stretch the right hand up to the sky. If it feels good, gaze up past the thumb. And you can hold it here. You can take a break whenever you need to. Or if this feels good, stretch the arm back, scraping the fingernails across the sky or the ceiling, opening the chest. Come back to center, gaze forward, bring the arm next to the ear. So now we're going for side angle pose again. We're trying to create that straight-ish line between our wrist, our shoulder, our hip, and our ankle. If this is easy for you and you want to add another element, you can stretch the bottom arm forward. Raise the hand up, grab that rope dangling from the sky, and help yourself back up to Warrior Two. Drop the hands, straighten the leg, and toe heel the feet together. Nice. Let's go ahead and find our way down to the mat, finding a seated position. We're going to do one quick forward fold, and then we'll make our way down to the mat for some final stretches before final relaxation. So feet flexed, toes pointing up. I like to pull the flesh of my sits bones back so that I can be sure I'm sitting up straight and tall. Inhale. Stretch up, 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 and exhale, lead with the chest and chin. Drop the belly down to the thighs first, then curve through the spine. Drop the hands down to the legs. Stretch the crown of the head forward. And it's totally fine if you end up here. Just do what feels good for your body. It's all about lengthening through the spine, reaching through the crown of the head rather than curving through the upper back. We're trying our best to flatten the lower back and stretch it as we lean forward. So we're inhaling and exhaling here, gently stretching. And then walk the hands up the body. And we're going to find our way onto our mats, onto our backs for some final stretches before we end our yoga class together. So from here, we're going to bend the right knee, pull it into the chest, flex both feet. Lift the forehead up to the knee, and if it feels good, lift the left foot just a couple of inches off the mat. Drop the left foot, drop the head, release the knee, pull the knee out to the right hand side and gently up under the armpit. Release the knee, straighten the leg. You can hold behind the leg, or if you'd like more of a stretch, walk the hands up the leg towards the ankle. Elbows come out to either side, flex both feet. Reach the forehead towards the shin. Gaze at the belly button. And release that pose. Walk the hands down the leg. Bend the knee. Drop the foot to the mat and walk it down. We're going to bend the left knee, pull it into the chest, lift the forehead to the knee. The right leg, if it feels good, floats up just a little bit. Both feet are flexed. Deep breaths into the abdomen. We're massaging the internal organs. Drop the foot, drop the head, release the knee, pull it out to the left hand side and close back into the body, up under the armpit, out to the left side. Release that stretch, bring that knee back to center, straighten the leg. You can just gently hold behind the leg here, or if you'd like more of a stretch, walk the hands up to the ankle. Bend the elbows out to either side. Flex both feet. This is spider pose. We're pulling the leg towards the body. Lifting the forehead towards the shin. Gazing past the belly button. Walk the hands down the leg. Release that foot. We're going to bring the sole of the foot to the mat. Stretch it down. With the arms out to the sides like a T, we're going to bend both knees, bring them into the chest, gently drop them to one side, and turn the head to the opposite side for a gentle spinal twist. Inhale and exhale here. And then pull the knees into the body, stack them up on top of the body. Drop the knees to the opposite side and turn the head to the other side. Take a few deep breaths. Come back to center. Bring the legs back on top of the body. Point and flex the feet. Bring the soles of the feet to the ground. Walk them down. Bring the arms next to the body, facing up. Arms are about a 45-degree angle from the body. Feet are falling out to either side. Head, neck, and spine are all in one straight line. And begin to relax the body here in our final relaxation pose of the day, of our practice together. And as you relax the body, scan the body for any tension you might still be holding. Inhale and send the breath to any tense areas. And exhale, send the tension completely away from the body. Inhale, take a deep breath in. Send the breath to those tense areas. And exhale, send the tension completely away. What an interesting soundtrack for dealing with tension in the body. And as we inhale and as we exhale, bring your thoughts back to your intention for our yoga practice today. Holding that intention in your heart, imagining the outcome of that intention. Smile at that intention. And know that that intention has been heard. Bring our focus and attention to the breath. Inhaling, filling the lungs up from the bottom to the middle, all the way to the top. And exhaling from the top of the lungs to the middle of the lungs, all the way to the bottom of the lungs. Inhale, fill the lungs from the bottom to the middle, all the way to the top. And exhale from the top of the lungs to the middle of the lungs, all the way to the bottom. Wiggle the fingers and toes, bring your awareness back to this space. And take any final stretches you need, and then roll over gently onto one side. Just for a few deep breaths, for a few moments. Push yourself up into a comfortable seated position. And we'll end our practice together. Sitting up straight and tall. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale down. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale down, sharing the positive energy we've generated with the world around us. One more big inhale, gathering up the remainder of that positive energy, bringing the palms together and bringing it into the body, bringing our hands in front of our foreheads. May we think positive thoughts. In front of our lips, may we speak kind words. And in front of our hearts, may we spread love and joy wherever we go. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. If you have the ability to pay for this class, you can do so at paypal.me/blissevolution or cash.app/blissevolution. And I want to thank you so much for being here today.